I started this gangsta shit, and this, the motherfucking thanks I get? Ice Cube said that on No Vaseline in 1991, one of the most brutal diss tracks in hip-hop history. In the world of rap group breakups, no split has ever been this ugly, this personal, or this legendary. This isn't just about money or creative differences. This is about betrayal, stolen contracts, and a manager who allegedly manipulated everyone. This is the full story of why Ice Cube left N.W.A. According to Ice Cube on multiple interviews, including his appearance on The Breakfast Club in 2015, N.W.A. was supposed to be a brotherhood. Cube said he was the main songwriter, writing most of the lyrics for the group's biggest tracks. But Jerry Heller, the group's manager, controlled everything behind the scenes. N.W.A. formed in 1987 with Ice Cube, Eazy-E, Dr. Dre, MC Ren, and DJ Yella. Their debut album Straight Outta Compton dropped in 1988 and changed hip-hop forever. The album went multi-platinum. They were selling out shows. The media was talking about them constantly. But while the group was making millions, Ice Cube was barely seeing any of it. According to Cube's interviews, he was getting paid around $32,000 total for an album that made millions. Meanwhile, Eazy-E owned Ruthless Records with Jerry Heller and was collecting most of the profits. Cube started asking questions. Where's the money going? Why are we not all getting paid equally? The answers he got weren't good enough. This is where everything started to fall apart. According to Ice Cube on Vlad TV in 2014, Jerry Heller had him sign contracts when Cube was young and didn't fully understand the business. Cube said the contracts were designed to benefit Eazy-E and Jerry Heller, not the group equally. When Cube finally got a lawyer to look at his deal, the lawyer told him he was getting screwed. Jerry Heller's version, told in interviews before he passed away, is completely different. Heller claimed Ice Cube was paid fairly for his contributions and that Cube wanted more money than he deserved. Heller said Cube was greedy and ungrateful, but the numbers tell a different story. N.W.A. was making millions. Ice Cube was the primary writer on most tracks. Yet he was seeing a tiny fraction of the profits. That's not greed, that's exploitation. Cube went to Eazy-E and the rest of the group with his concerns. He wanted to renegotiate his contract. He wanted to be paid fairly for the work he was putting in. The response he got was dismissive. Jerry Heller allegedly told Cube he should be grateful for what he had. That was the breaking point. In late 1989, Ice Cube left N.W.A. He didn't announce it publicly at first. He just stopped showing up. He moved to New York to work on his solo career. According to Dr. Dre on interviews years later, nobody in the group really understood why Cube left at first. They thought he was being difficult. They thought he'd come back. But Cube was done. The rest of N.W.A. tried to move forward without him. They released the EP 100 Miles and Runnin' in 1990 and the album Eiffel for Zagen in 1991. Both were successful, but something was missing. Cube's lyrical presence and his storytelling ability were gone. Meanwhile, Ice Cube dropped his solo debut, America's Most Wanted, in 1990. The album was a massive success, proving Cube didn't need N.W.A. He could do it on his own. But the real explosion was still coming. In October 1991, Ice Cube released No Vaseline, and it's still considered one of the most vicious diss tracks ever recorded. Cube went at everyone. He attacked Jerry Heller for being a manipulative manager. He went at Eazy-E for letting Jerry control everything. He dissed Dr. Dre, MC Ren, and DJ Yella for staying loyal to a system that was using them. The track was personal, specific, and brutal. Cube didn't hold back. He questioned their manhood. He accused them of being puppets. He made it clear that Jerry Heller was the villain in the story. Public opinion shifted immediately. Fans started questioning N.W.A.'s business practices. People wanted to know if Cube was telling the truth about the contracts. Radio stations played the track constantly. even though it was extremely explicit. N.W.A. tried to respond, but it was weak. They released a diss track, but it didn't hit the same way. Cube had the moral high ground. He was the one who got screwed. He was the one who walked away from millions because he refused to be exploited. The damage was done. N.W.A.'s reputation took a hit. Jerry Heller became known as a shady manager. Eazy-E looked like someone who chose money over loyalty. After Cube left and the diss tracks dropped, N.W.A. was never the same. Dr. Dre left Ruthless Records in 1992 and started Death Row Records with Suge Knight. He later admitted that Ice Cube was right about the money issues. Dre said Jerry Heller was taking too much and that the contracts were unfair. MC Ren and DJ Yella eventually went solo as well, though neither reached the same level of success as Cube or Dre. Eazy-E stayed with Jerry Heller and Ruthless Records. He continued making music and running the label, but his relationship with Cube and Dre was destroyed. They didn't speak for years. Ice Cube's solo career exploded. He released classic albums like Death Certificate and The Predator. He transitioned into acting and became a Hollywood star. He proved that leaving N.W.A. was the right move. But the tension between Cube and Eazy never fully healed. They had a partial reconciliation before Eazy-E died from AIDS-related complications in 1995. But the damage from the split lingered. Years later, after Jerry Heller passed away in 2016, more details came out about the business side of N.W.A. Multiple sources, including interviews from Dr. Dre and MC Ren, confirmed that Ice Cube was right. The contracts were unfair. Jerry Heller was taking a massive percentage. Eazy-E, as the owner of Ruthless Records, was making the most money while the other members got scraps. Dr. Dre said in a 2015 interview that leaving Ruthless was the best decision he ever made. He said Cube was smart to walk away when he did. Even Eazy-E, before he died, reportedly admitted that he should have handled things differently. Friends close to Eazy said he regretted how the Cube situation went down. Jerry Heller maintained until his death that he did nothing wrong. He claimed he made everyone rich and that they were ungrateful. But the facts don't support that. The contracts were heavily in his favor, and multiple members of N.W.A. confirmed they were getting exploited. Ice Cube was the first one to see it. He was the first one to have the courage to walk away from millions of dollars in potential earnings because he refused to be taken advantage of. Ice Cube leaving N.W.A. changed how rappers approach contracts and business forever. Before Cube's exit, most rappers didn't pay attention to the business side. They trusted their managers and labels. They signed contracts without lawyers. They got exploited constantly. After Cube left and spoke publicly about what happened, rappers started getting smarter. They hired lawyers. They read contracts carefully. They asked questions about where the money was going. Artists like Jay-Z, Master P, and Diddy learned from Cube's story. They built their own labels and maintained control over their music. They refused to let managers take advantage of them. Ice Cube became a symbol of artistic independence and business intelligence in hip-hop. He showed that you don't have to stay in a bad situation just because it's successful. You can walk away, build your own empire, and succeed on your own terms. The movie Straight Outta Compton, released in 2015, told this story to a new generation. It showed Jerry Heller as the manipulative manager. It showed Ice Cube as the one who stood up for himself. The movie was a massive success, proving that this story still resonates decades later. In 2016, the surviving members of N.W.A. reconciled publicly during the promotional tour for Straight Outta Compton. Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, MC Ren, and DJ Yella appeared together at events. They spoke positively about each other in interviews. They acknowledged that Jerry Heller was the real problem, not each other. Ice Cube said in interviews that he has no regrets about leaving. He said it was the best decision of his career. He also said he's proud of what N.W.A. accomplished and that the group's legacy is bigger than the business problems they had. Dr. Dre echoed those sentiments, saying that N.W.A. changed music history, and that despite the drama, they created something legendary. The reconciliation felt genuine. They had all grown up. They had all become successful in their own ways. The bitterness from the past had faded. Ice Cube left N.W.A. because he was being exploited financially and refused to accept it. He walked away from one of the biggest groups in hip-hop history because he knew his worth. He got dissed for it. He got called greedy. He got blamed for breaking up the group. But history proved him right. The contracts were unfair. Jerry Heller was taking too much. Eazy-E should have stood up for his group members. Ice Cube made the hard choice, and it paid off. He became a solo superstar. He became a successful actor and producer. He became a business mogul, and he did it all by refusing to be taken advantage of. N.W.A.'s story is a lesson for every artist. Know your worth, read your contracts, and never let anyone exploit you, no matter how successful the situation looks from the outside. Drop a comment below. Was Ice Cube right to leave N.W.A.? Was he being greedy or standing up for himself? Let me know what you think.